Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that, well, it's probably affecting someone you know, maybe even you right now. Understanding and dealing with mold and moisture in your home.
Yeah, it's one of those things, feels universal almost, but the specifics, how you actually deal with it can seem, I don't know, a bit mysterious sometimes.
Yeah.
Or just overwhelming.
Exactly. And our source for this deep dive, it's absolutely fantastic, really clear, practical guidance straight from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA.
Right, it's designed to cut through all that confusion and just give you the essential stuff you need to know.
So our mission today is pretty simple, really. We're going to pull out the absolute must-know info from this EPA guide. We want you to walk away understanding why mold grows indoors, what the potential issues are for your health, for your house.
And the practical steps, what the EPA actually recommends for prevention and for cleanup.
Yeah, the how-tos. And, we'll touch on some things that might genuinely surprise you.
Like how vital moisture really is, obviously. But also, like, when the EPA says you probably don't need to test for mold.
Interesting. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. The guide asks these key questions right up front. Why is mold growing in your home?
Yeah.
Can it actually make you sick? And maybe the most urgent one when you see it, how do you get rid of the stuff?
Okay, so the guide explains mold is totally natural. Outdoors, it's actually really important breaking down leaves, dead trees, that kind of thing.
Part of the ecosystem.
Exactly. But indoors,
Yeah.
that's where you want to avoid it growing.
So how does it get inside? Or
Through spores. Tiny, tiny spores. You can't see them.
Yeah.
And they're just floating around everywhere. Outside air, inside air, they're always present.
Always around us. Okay, so if the spores are everywhere, what makes them actually start growing inside?
Right. And this is the absolute key takeaway from the whole EPA guide, the critical point. Mold will only grow indoors when those spores land on surfaces that are wet.
Only when wet.
Moisture is the trigger. It's the on switch.
Yeah.
You control the moisture, you control the mold. It's the single most important thing.
So those pictures you sometimes see, like a condensation on a window or maybe water spots on a wall, that's basically showing the starting point.
That's exactly it. Any surface that stays damp is like an open invitation if a spore lands there.
Okay. Let's talk health then. The guide gets into potential health problems. What does it say?
It says molds make stuff. Allergens, irritants, and sometimes these things called mycotoxins.
And if you breathe them in or touch the mold?
Well, if you're sensitive, you can have allergic reactions. Think hay fever symptoms, sneezing, runny nose, red eyes, maybe a skin rash.
Okay.
The guide says these reactions are common, and they can happen right away, or sometimes, hours later.
And for people with asthma?
Yeah, if they're allergic to molds, it can definitely trigger asthma attacks.
Is it only allergies, though?
Not entirely. Even if you're not allergic, the guide says mold can just irritate things. Your eyes, skin, nose, throat, lungs.
Just from exposure.
Right. It does note that other kinds of symptoms, beyond allergic or irritant ones, aren't commonly reported just from breathing in mold. But research is ongoing. It's complex. Depends on the person, the mold type.
Right. Okay, the big one. Getting rid of it. Can you actually, completely eliminate mold from your home?
The EPA guide is pretty realistic here. It basically says, no, you can't get rid of all mold and spores indoors. Impossible.
Oh.
There's always going to be some background level. But, and here we go again, those spores won't grow if there's no moisture.
Back to the moisture.
Always back to the moisture. So the goal isn't eliminating spores, it's stopping growth.
And if it's already growing, if you see it,
then the guide is crystal clear. You must clean it up. Yeah. And this is crucial. You must fix the water problem that let it grow in the first place.
Can't just clean it.
Nope.